Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Duke CT, back with you once again. And tonight, I am going to be reviewing the New Japan Pro Wrestling 2023 Battle in the Valley. And honestly, this was a great show, hampered by production values. Once again, the production values are just this show is just. I mean, when you have the beginning of the show had to be delayed for at least an hour, an actual hour, and such, an actual hour for the show and everything. It showed me what type of show we're getting into. I was like. I was looking at, I was watching Elimination Chamber and such, and I sat there, and I was like, oh, wow, I was going to go away and watch, after this, during I was going to watch both. I was like, okay, I'm going to watch both, seeing what's going on, but nope, the fight feed was messed up. So I was like, fine, the fight feed's messing up. I'll just sit back and watch the rest of Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn and such. And it's just like, and then when it did mess up, when it did mess up and everything, when it finally got fixed, I had to exit out of fight. And then okay, you got to exit out of fight and then come back in and then you get the sound. I'm like, this is multiple times now that whenever New Japan Pro Wrestling has a pay-per-view, and New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong pay-per-view happens, there's audio issues, there's production issues, and I don't know what is going on here. I'm worried. I am very worried about this, the production values. At what point do you like to look at the production values and the production values here of New Japan Pro Wrestling? You just look at saying, what is this? What are you doing? And at this point I would fire them, but because if they can't do the job properly and show has delays and such, it's Bush League. And I'm done. I'm just done with this stuff, man. This production crews and everything. And I wish that New Japan can, fix these issues. And I'm really tempted not to buy a New Japan Pro Wrestling show. I'm tempted not to do it. I'm tempted not to do this because I see this more often than not. And if this show was terrible, I wouldn't even consider ordering a New Japan Pro Wrestling show if the show was terrible. But thankfully, the show was good. But, once again, I keep saying this, production values matter. Production values matter in any type of form of entertainment, especially in pro wrestling. And if you can't get that right, if you can't get the production values, you're going to chase more audience. You can have a ton of great matches, but people are going to leave and turn away well, this is I want to watch a match, but it seems that they don't know how to, the production values are crap. This will change. You'll scare people away. All right, but that's my little rant here. But let's get into the show, the review proper. Let's get into Battle in the Valley, 2023. And we get into the first match, a 8-man tag team match as Kushida, Volador Jr., Kevin Knight, and DKC defeated Mascara Dorora, Josh Alexander, the Impact World Heavyweight Champion, Adrian Crest, and Rocky Romero by pinfall. Great opening match. All these guys have chemistry. DKC looked good. Kevin Knight looked really good. Kushida looks good. Volador Jr. looked good. Mascara Dorora, Josh Alexander, everybody looked good. And I like the fact that Kevin Knight got the pinfall, which is hopefully his stock will continue to rise. I love that. Good stuff, man. I can't wait to see more from Kevin Knight. And then you got Mascara. I do like all the good stuff all of them did. in this match. I like the fact that Kushida and Josh Alexander look like they're building up for that big match at WrestleMania weekend and such. Their whole multiverse show looks going to be fun. But yeah, it looks like it could be a great, I think that's going to be great. And then you have Valder Jr. talking to Rocky Romero, challenging him in Spanish to a match, I believe, hair versus hair match, which is interesting. But overall, I like this match. I give it a 7 out of 10. Next up, we have Kenta taking on Fred Rossier, a.k.a. Darren Young from the Primetime Players in WWE. And honestly, Fred Rossier, really good. This was a really good, strong Openweight Championship match. As he was champion, good stuff here. Both guys, great chemistry with each other. Fred Rossier, man, really has improved from his days in WWE. Really improved. Over a 238-day reign ended via a fistful of dimes by by Bullet Club member, I believe. Let's see. Oh, Juice Robinson, ladies and gentlemen. Juice Robinson, just coming in. Yeah, it was Juice Robinson coming in, fistful of dimes, knocked out for Rossier and had Kenta pin for the win. And now the new strong Openweight champion, Kenta. Like I said, really good match. Some good stuff on the outside, too. Seriously, Fred Rossier really did a good. This was a really good match. And he had a strong reign, too, for the strong opening championship. Of course, it's a strong opening championship. So, of course, you're going to have a strong reign with that. But, yeah, both guys, good chemistry. New champion, Kenta. Let's see what he can do with it to extend his legacy. And for Rossier, who knows at this point? What is he going to do? Is he going to go after that belt again, or he's going to, look to climb up the ranks and maybe challenge, other folk for their championships? Who knows? Then next up, we got the Motor City Machine Guns taking on the West Coast Wrecking Crew. And this was a good little tag match, only under 10 minutes. But overall, good stuff. They had some chemistry in each other. I do like the West Coast Wrecking Crew. I think they just a little bit of season. By the way, the strong Openweight Champs match, I give that a 7 out of 10. And this match, I give it a 7 out of 10 as well. Good stuff. I really thought that West Coast Wrecking Crew had multiple chances to win, but I was like, no, they need a little more seasoning. Just a little more seasoning, and I think they'll be. I think they would be really a good team down the line to take the belts from the Motor City Machine Guns eventually, or another team. But yeah, I think this was a really good match. A 7 out of 10. Motor City Machine Guns continue to improve their legacy as one of the best tag teams there. One of the best tag teams in their generation. Next up, loser leaves New Japan Pro Wrestling, as Eddie Kingston takes on Switchblade Jay White. Had Kingston loses, he would have to need Jay White's permission to continue to compete in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And if Jay White loses, he's gone from New Japan Pro Wrestling entirely. And oh my goodness, Jay White has had a pretty rough beginning to 2023. He lost the world title, the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. He lost the Loser Leaves Japan match to Hikuleo. And now he loses this Loser Leaves match. And man, what a way to go out of. As Eddie Kingston, hit him multiple times, multiple stuff. And it was like, at first Jay White was just sitting there laughing. Like, I think it's like he has a plan or something, or maybe he just realized that this was it for him. Like, he will go out in his own way. And he did. Eddie Kingston picked up the victory. And after that, Kingston showed a lot of class. Where he was like, okay, got out of the ring and let him have his speech. Let him have his speech and have his moment. But then, bam! David Finlay knocks him out and goes off on a monologue that some people enjoy. But me, I'm like, you could just write this on your blog, or, if you're going to be old and stuff like that in the internet years, go write this on your live journal account and just get it out on your way, man. Jeez Louise, man. Get over yourself. Move on with your life, man. No one likes pity parties and such. Like, no one expects me. Shut up. shut up. You guys are lately, you're in pro wrestling. Stop this moaning, grinding shit. Stop. Shut up. Just shut up. And do something memorable. Do something memorable. Win some matches. Do something to just sit in the corner and whine and complain. That's my job. But yeah, Eddie Kingston, Jay White, great stuff. 8 out of 10. And speaking of some crazy stuff, memorable stuff, Tom Lord defeated Homicide with Filthy Rules fight, and geez Louise, what a goddamn war of attrition this was. They used forks, chairs, ladders, doors. Seriously, they used a door to just suplex one another. You have Tom Lawler doing a fucking boom, just hitting a falling head dive on the steel chair, crazy. And then you have him locking the submission, and Homicide with 2 double birds. Like, he's like, I will pass out rather than pass out, and screw you too. And yeah, Tom Lawler won, and it was a fun little hardcore match. Crazy. I give it an 8 out of 10. Next up, we got a singles match for the New Japan Pro Wrestling Television Championship. Zack Sabre Jr. taking on Clark Connors. And, well, Clark Connors, like I said on my preview, Clark Connors has the potential to be great, but it's not going to be that night. And guess what? There was some great stuff there. Clark Connors, he tried to do submissions himself. He tried to do some things, his power and such. He got close, but at the end of the day, Zack Sabre Jr., he is on a different level, and he just took him out, twisted up into a pretzel, and to a submission, and that was it, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. Tap out. Clark Connors loses, and Zack Sabre Jr. wins. And also, when you're looking up, guess who was walking right there? Kevin Knight. Looks like he might be the next guy to challenge Zack Sabre, and I expect some really good things. Maybe to be the one to knock him off? Not likely. I give this a 8 out of 10 as well. And then we get to our first of 2 main events. Mercedes Moné taking Kairi for the singles. Taking on Kairi for the IWGP Women's Championship match. And man, this match was great. Both Mercedes and Kairi had great chemistry with each other. Action was on point. Referee there was a ref bump. I heard Bayley was in the audience, and she was going crazy and jump into the ring and help Mercedes win or something. That was crazy. I don't know, but that was supposedly that she was there. Then I did like when they moved up to the ramp. There was like, Kairi was going to do a huge move. Then Mercedes caught her, kicked her, do all this stuff. Like, laid her out. Like, that's it. Mercedes was going to hit that, hit a table spot on Kairi. But no, Kairi reversed it, and Kairi put her through the table. But yet, after all that, they did everything else, but Mercedes actually hit her move, pin clean, and wins the IWGP Women's Champion. First match, wins and becomes the new champion. Great match. Totally redeems that lukewarm debut on Wrestle Kingdom. Mercedes Moné and Kairi, great stuff. Can't wait to see more from the CEO of New Japan. Great stuff. And now we have the main event. Kushida Okada, the Rainmaker, taking on the Ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi. And these two, I don't think they can ever have a bad match. Both guys, great chemistry, action on point. All of it just look, you look like it's going to be a little bit on the slope, like, this match might be, and then bam, it hits another level. And they kept getting more and more the intensity, and it looked like it was just, Tanahashi might actually pull it off. I believed a little bit that Tanahashi could do it, but no. Okada hit that Rainmaker for the 1, 2, 3, and that was it. He has retained the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Okada continues his legendary run, And afterwards, he said he wanted to have a tag team with Tanahashi, which is interesting. But then Mercedes Moné came out and says you want to make that money. So maybe that could be a mixed tag match in future. Who would do a great mixed tag with them? That'd be very interesting. Oh, Mercedes Moné. People have been tossing around Mercedes Moné and Okada versus Kenny Omega and Rio. Like at Forbidden Door 2, which I would not mind. I think that'd probably be the best thing, probably the best match of the night. Which would be weird, a mixed tag match being the best match of the night. Ooh, that's interesting. Anyway, overall, nice. The production issues, I enjoyed this pay-per-view. Overall, I give this a 9 out of 10 pay-per-view. Go order it. A replay because they probably cut all that stuff out, which is good. So I cut all the stupid stuff out, all the production issues out. When you watch the show, you will be impressed. There's some great stuff here, and I highly recommend this show. That's it for me, Duke CT. Peace and love. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Hit like and subscribe if you like this stuff, and I will catch you later.